Welcome to another edition of Toddster's Magical Mystery Review. I'm your host Toddster, and today we're going to take a look at Pipes of Peace by Paul McCartney. Yes, came out October 17th, 1983 on Parlophone Records. And yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a downer review, to be honest. Yeah, so Paul actually, when he was making Tug of War, his last album, he planned it to make it out as a double album, but I think the label wasn't interested in putting out as a double album, so it came out as a single album. So some of the stuff was then released on here for Pipes of Peace. Yeah, and you know, and George Martin, just like on the last album, George Martin produced this, and just like what he did with Stevie Wonder on the last album, he employed Michael Jackson for a couple of duets, which well, I'll talk about it once we get into the songs. And yeah, so yeah, let's get into the songs, shall we? So we start off with the title song, Pipes of Peace, a single which gave Paul another #1 in England. Yeah, and it's and even made a even powerful video, which was about the German and the British Christmas truce during the War of 1914. And yeah, but as far as the song, it's very good. You know, it's one of the good songs on this album. But then we go into Say Say Say, which one of the duets that Paul did with Michael Jackson, and how that came about. Well, I guess he was Paul and was already friends with Michael Jackson at this point, which by this time he was the biggest pop star in the world. You know, Thriller was, you know, the biggest album, biggest selling album and all that, and I guess Jacko, you know, said, "Do you want to make some hits? Do you want to make some hits?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Which, you know, hello. But as far as well, this Say Say Say, well, you know, was another #1 for Paul in America. Yeah, he had two #1s at this point, one in America and one in England. But yet, yeah, this I think the whole scenario with Michael Jackson, to me, is probably the biggest misstep that Paul had ever made, because, you know, look what happened. Once Paul was advising Jacko to you know, look into song publishing, you know, next thing you know, Jacko buys all the old Beatles songs, and well, we know how that goes. So yeah, but out of the few duets that he did, this is probably the best. But still, it's, you know, it's a bit, well, how do I say it? It's so. So we go into so we move on to The Other Me, which lyrically probably shows the other side of Paul. You know, he's not, you know, he, you know, apart from, you know, the happy-go-lucky, you know, hey, well, you know, he could be a little bit, you know, well, aren't we all? But you know, but it's sort of like a apologetic tune, which is okay. Keep Undercover, very good song, which starts as, you know, one song and then turns into another, you know, and then So Bad, which is so good, probably the best song on the album, with a little help from Ringo. Yeah, it's but great falsetto voice from Paul, chilling chorus, you know, and a great video as well, which Ringo also is in. You know, boom boom boom. So then we flip the record to the second side, and we go into the other Michael Jackson duet on the album, The Man, which, to be honest, stay away from it. It's, oh god, this song is, it's so wrong in so many levels. It's wrong. Oh god, I can't stand this. I can't stand the song. So let's move on. Let's stay away. Let's move on to the other song. Sweetest Little Show, which is probably the most basic track on the album, which sounds lovely, you know, pretty good. And then it segues into The Average Person, which is pretty average in a sense. Lyrics are a little bit silly, you know, truck driver, you know, wants to be a lion tamer, you know, a boxer, you know, lacks a bit of height, you know, yeah. And then we go into an instrumental, Hey Hey, with a little help from Stanley Clarke, helped out playing bass, which is another meh. And then Tug of Peace, which is a little mashup of Tug of War and Pipes of Peace, which is yet another meh. And then we end the album with Through Our Love, which is one of the better songs on the album, which is, you know, it's, you know, one hand it's a very beautiful song, but on the other hand the productions are a little bit too grand to my ears. But yeah, so yeah, then well, let's get into the little bonus songs here. Twice in a Lifetime, which was the title song of some forgotten movie which came out in '85, which is yeah, this song is one of the best rare cuts that Paul put out. Wonderful melodies, you know, chilling saxophone, you know, sort of like gives shivers a bit. And then we go into the famous boom boom boom, We All Stand Together. Yes, the famous song which Paul did for his Rupert the Bear cartoon, Rupert the Bear and the Frog song, which was a major big hit in England. And you know, and some people like it, some people can't stand it, but I for one love it, because you know, I used to watch it. I used to watch the cartoon when I was a little kid, and yeah, and I just can't help but think of the big fat singers, you know, the boom boom boom. But yeah, it's a lovely song, you know, it's wonderful. And then Simple as That, which Paul did for a charity album back in '86, which should be on the Press to Play album. Well, the bonus material on Press to Play, which he made during that time, but it's a bit too simple, you know, to my taste. But yeah, so that's the album. So what to say? Well, it's sort of a weak album, probably Paul's weakest album to date. And you know, but you know, a few good songs in here, but yet there's some awful stuff in here as well. You know, I think you know, around this time, you know, Paul was making the Broad Street movie, so I think he should have, you know, focused more attention to that rather than this. But that's sort of like my opinion. So as far as my rating, I'm gonna give this 2 poles out of 5. Yes, 2 poles. Yeah, 2 poles for pipes apiece, or as you know, as I so like to say, poops a piss. So yeah, that's the album for you. So my name is Toddster, and you just watched another not so magical mystery review. So, but we'll see you again next time. Until then, toodaloo.